What's up, everybody? Just making my first Suboxone video and letting you know my taper so far and kind of where I'm at and what my plans are moving forward. Before I start the video, never mind my puffy eye. I guess I got hit by something that I'm really unaware of, but either way, bear with me here. So this is my first Suboxone video. I'm going to make many more videos just kind of documenting the rest of my taper and then my detox. So currently I'm pretty good with 1 milligram per day, and I've been trying to taper for quite a while now. It's been well over 6 months, and I've really struggled with keeping my doses flat or steady, I should say. I've really struggled with, I think, trying to go down too fast, trying to take the dose down too fast, just because everybody wants off this crap and they want it now. That's just how addicts think, because they want everything right now. At least that's how I was. So for the last 6 months, I've kind of just been fluctuating all around. You know, one day I'll take 2 milligrams, the next day I'll take 8 milligrams, then 2 milligrams, then 16 milligrams. And I think kind of my process at that time was to get as many days of a low dose as I can, and I guess that sort of worked. It's probably not the best way to do it. If I could do it again, I would definitely recommend trying to stay as steady as possible, because your emotions are fluctuating so much. You know, you'll have a kind of like when you were on painkillers, you know, you'll have a great day and then you'll have a crappy day. So for me, if I was to do it over again, I would definitely recommend trying to come in as steady as possible. So what that would look like for most people is they're probably around 16 milligrams a day, which is a pretty high dose, but that seems to be what doctors like to start people on. And also on the side note, you don't need to be over 16 milligrams a day. That is a huge dose that will numb your soul. You'll be you will be a zombie if you're over 16 milligrams. I feel like even at 16 milligrams, you're going to be pretty much zombied out. You're not going to feel any emotions. You can go to a funeral, you're not going to cry, no matter how close the person is to you. It's just, it robs your soul, it robs your emotions when you're that high of a dose. So back to the story. So just probably, I would say, within the last few months, I finally really kind of tried to keep my dose as steady as possible. However, sometimes I still struggle with that. If I have a family event or a social event where, you know, I have to be in a good mood, I don't want to risk like being a turd, you know, at certain events or birthday parties or whatever. So what I will kind of do is, with my taper, I will maybe kind of take a break from the taper during a day or two or whatever. I have to be happy, I guess you could say, your emotions to be somewhat normal, and yeah, happy is the easiest way to say it. So what I have done recently is just pretty much on days that you don't have commitments, or you know, you don't have to be around people a lot, those are the days I really like to try to put in work on the taper and continue with the tapers as much as I can. So what that would look like for me is, let's say right now, as I'm steady on 1 milligram. So on the easy days, I would go 0.75 milligrams for maybe 2 or 3 days. And if I'm really struggling, then I could take a break from the taper and go back to the 1 milligram. So yeah, that's just kind of my advice. Maybe 2 steps forward and 1 step back type of mentality. So if you're able to keep it steady, perfectly steady, then props to you. You're stronger than I am. I've definitely not been able to keep it 100% steady. So yeah, just as far as I'm concerned, as long as you're making progress overall and you're taking less milligrams per week, then you're headed in the right direction. So the worst thing you want to do is go backwards with it and start going back up. I struggled with that plenty of times throughout this taper. So for me, my main goal, and I keep track of the milligrams taken per week, and I treat it like a game, and every Monday I reset the milligrams that I'm taking. I set a goal for myself, pretty much try to come down about 20%, 10 to 20% per week, and yeah, just keep going with that. So like I said, currently I'm down to 1 milligram, and my Suboxone quit date is set for September 11th. So I'm going to try to get as low as I can before then. I've seen videos of people jumping off at 8 milligrams. I've seen people jumping off at 0.25 milligrams, and their symptoms are totally different. I've seen people jump off at 8 and have no withdrawal symptoms, which is freaking crazy. And people jump off that have tapered for years down to 0.25 and they're having worse symptoms. So I'm confident that this is genetics and mindset dependent. I feel like my mindset is above average as far as all the work that I put in on my own psychology and meditation and just all the hours of internal work I put. So I feel like I'm hoping that all pays off when it comes to this jumping off Suboxone. So like I said, September 11th is my jump date. I'm at 1 milligram right now. I'm going to try to keep chalking down a little bit more. I'm currently taking 2 doses per day, so that looks like 0.5 milligrams in the morning and 0.5 milligrams midday sometime, maybe around 3, 4, 5 o'clock. And then I have no withdrawal symptoms currently with doing that. So coming down from 8 milligrams, I would say the symptoms for me would be upset stomach. I know that that's pretty much maybe some depression and fatigue, but it's definitely not that hard, you guys, to taper down, especially from the higher doses. If you are taking 16 milligrams a day, you could take 8 milligrams a day with no problem. It would be almost not even noticeable. It's all in your head at that point. When you're above 8 milligrams, it's so easy to come down. It's just, I literally think that anything above 8 milligrams is a waste. So at the first of your taper, if you guys are starting to do this, if you want to do this with me, you can taper down really fast until you get below 4 milligrams. That's when it starts to get a little tougher. And as long as you keep your mind positive and not sitting here looking for all these negative side effects, as long as you don't sit here and dwell on the fact, you know, that you're coming off of a drug and you're hoping or you're expecting all these crazy bad side effects. If you're waiting and looking for that stuff, then you're gonna have them, you guys. It's just like anything else in life. If you go looking for negative in somebody, you're gonna find it. If you look for positive in somebody, you're gonna find it. So try to find the positive in this experience and try to embrace the pain. If you do truly, in fact, get some kind of pain or withdrawal symptoms, embrace them and be happy that you're going through them, because without any pain, you're not going to get the growth. There will be some sort of pain in this process, and try to embrace it if you can, and just be happy to go through it, because you're coming out a better person, you're coming out a stronger person. And if you can kick this addiction, to me, how I'm looking at it is this is probably the hardest thing to go through in my life, because you're fighting what your brain is telling you to do. Your brain's telling you just to take a little bit more and everything will be fine, but you have to fight your own brain. So if you can get through this addiction, you can get through anything. This will make everything else in life a breeze, is how I'm looking at it. I'm thinking, if I can get through this, when I get through this, I will get through this. When I get through this addiction, everything else in life is going to be much easier to conquer. Your brain's going to start functioning better, your memory's going to improve, everything's going to improve. Your emotions, your senses, your memory, just everything's going to get better. And my memory freaking sucks right now. and it sucked for a long time. So hoping that comes back very soon. But if not, then I'll deal with it. So like I said, at this point I am going to try to get down to probably 0.75 next week and try to maintain that as good as I can, and probably half a milligram. I think really soon here I need to switch to 1 dose per day. So I think what I'm going to do is just try to tough it out in the mornings and push as far into the day as I can, and then just take the one dose. I think I'm going to start doing that probably within the next week. And that's going to be a little bit of a challenge because I'm used to dosing twice a day right now, but they're such small doses that I think I'm not feeling like total crap in the mornings. And so I think I can probably push this. I'm going to try to push it to like 12, maybe 2 o'clock to take the 1 dose per day. So that way, when it comes time to jump, you're used to only taking 1 dose a day. And yeah, that's really kind of all I wanted to go over for this video. If somebody wants to taper with me and join this fight together, let's do it. I'm all for anybody jumping in this and following my journey. I will make a bunch of videos following my jump date, so the more people the merrier. If you want to be on the positive side of this, I'm gonna try my best to be positive for you guys and be strong for you guys, and I'm not going to dwell on anything negative or make any horribly negative videos, but I'm going to be real. If like I'm going through crap, I'm going to let you guys know. But right now my life is set up really good. You know, I'm blessed to where I have an amazing relationship with my girlfriend, and I have 2 beautiful dogs, and my life is beautiful right now. So this is the best time that I can see for me to do this. So I chose September 11th because I hate the heat, and where I'm at it is hot. It's well over 100 degrees certain days. So around September 11th, the temperatures should start coming down, so I'll be less irritable. And I feel like that's also kind of an important date for everybody in this country. September 11th pretty much changed the world with those attacks. So I'm gonna kind of try to embrace the pain that I get, and maybe just try to be patriotic with it, and just think about how much worse people had it than I'm going to be having it on September 11th. And I feel like I'm going to get some kind of comfort from that. So that's why I chose that date. Also, I'm likely going to be going home for the holidays, and I want to be as sober and clean as possible, and I want to be as present as possible with my family when I see them, because I haven't been able to do that for quite some time. Because the Suboxone it makes it very hard for me to be present and remember everything as it happens. So time just kind of flies by when you're on Suboxone. You're numb to anything. I've been to plenty of funerals, and normally I'm a very emotional guy, and even down to say 3 milligrams of Suboxone was enough to keep me from crying, and that's not me. So this stuff numbs your spirit, it numbs your body, it numbs a lot of things, and I'm going to go into more detail about that in further videos. I just wanted to let you guys know how my taper is going. It's going great. I'm at 1 milligram. I'm excited that I still have a month to get lower with that before I jump off. So we're going to put in the work here, and let me know in the comments where you guys are at on your taper. If you're going to start this taper, maybe you're still stuck on painkillers, and you're curious to know if Suboxone is right for you. I'm going to make videos about that. So let me know in your comments if you guys want to join me on the September 11th day, or if you have a different day picked out. I'll support you on your journey, and I will respond to your comments, especially right now while this channel is just barely getting started. I'll have plenty of time to do that. And you know, I really don't have any friends in my life right now. I moved out of my state. Specifically, one of the main reasons was because I wanted to get away from all the addiction there. Everybody I know in the state that I come from, they're all addicted to either alcohol or drugs, and if I'm surrounded by that, I'm never going to have a chance. You know, I've tried for years to get off of opiates or Suboxone, and I've not been able to do it because I've constantly been surrounded by addiction. And so I think subconsciously I don't want to make any new friendships because I think that I relate friendships to addiction, and I don't want to risk, you know, this addiction going on any longer than it already has. So currently I pretty much only have my girlfriend and my dogs, and that's really about it in my life. So and I'm okay with that, because right now the most important thing to me in my life is getting free of opiates. So that's what I'm gonna do. And like I said, let me know in the comments if you guys found this video informative at all, if you found it inspirational at all, anything, you know, just leave me some comments. I want to know that you guys are going through the same thing. If you've got over Suboxone, let me know how much better your life, or even worse, your life might have gotten after you've got off this drug. I'm really curious to know you guys' experience, and excited to read the comments and interact with you guys. So yeah, sorry, I'm looking outside at this beautiful scenery in my neighborhood. I'll show you that before I cut off the video. So thanks guys for watching. I'm not even sure how long this video is, but like I said, many more videos to come. So subscribe, like this video if you can like it. It should get out to more people, and we can get the snowball rolling and get the positive vibes rolling. And yeah, thanks for watching guys. Here's what I've been looking at, and we'll see you guys soon. This is my backyard. Got a nifty pool over here. Seriously, it's like I'm on vacation every day. I have a beautiful neighborhood. I'm very thankful. God bless.